Hi, and welcome to the walkthrough for the French Country mini album. The tutorial is up, so I believe there are 3 parts. I'm sorry, I can't remember, but here's the finished walkthrough. So I'll lift it up because I've got my camera a little bit far away, or maybe we can zoom in. It's a little bit far away because we were doing another class, and so let's see, and I wanted to be able to get all of my project in, but the cover is basically everything we talked about. So I know I'm not going to go through every little piece. I know how irritating that can get, but everything is either available in the store at Country Craft Creations, or you may have it in your stash already. And that was the whole idea. Let's get it. Okay, a little bit closer. Was to, use what you have in your stash, because some of you may have some of this line already, and I'm just bringing the camera in and out. So, everything we do sell in the store, the French Country line at Country Craft Creations, and I just used the pieces for the side and the back, and then I did take, and you can really get your paper rugged up by using a paper, I use this thing by Prima, and I shred it all up. You can use your scissors, a lot of different items. And we do like I said, the complete tutorial is on YouTube. So this is the finished. I did the lace across the top. And I used this same lace, and you'll notice it's a different color because I did take the Prima Adobe House and I just ran it over the lace, and I changed it, which I thought it really gave it more of an antique look. So you can do that with any color of your laces. And here's that little flip up that we made. And I explain in the video everything that we've used, except for I was going to do the rosette like I did in my Mother Goose album that this is a duplicate of, but it didn't look right. So that's why I didn't go back and do that. Now these little tags are actually just one of the tag die cuts that I have, and I just cut a bunch of them and used my eyelet because they're great for journaling spots. Instead of making the tags, I thought that these would be really cool, and then they can be placed in other places in the album. And on the Waterfall, so on the this album was getting fat. My albums usually lay a lot flatter, and it still is a little flat, but I had to even take some stuff off. So what I did is I cut out the smaller cut aparts, sticker sheet, backed it on cardstock, and then just glued the bottom down. And I did that on all 3. So a picture can slide there, and then you can put the journaling spot right back on top. So we have our 3 waterfalls. And I was so glad to finally get the tutorial done. Now, the only thing I have not finished, and I will get to, are my inserts at the top. And I did give the dimensions for those, but I did not finish mine. Okay, I'll get that out later. Pushed it down too far. So on our next page, we have, that's the flower I added, we have the flap that opens. Now there is a pocket on this side that we made, and this I made using the new scissor. Well, it's not new, but it's new to our stores. Lori Whitlock, the Thinlit dies, and actually it's a book die, and you get a lot of little pieces. You get the words in there, you get the film strip. It's all awesome. But what I did is I cut off the back that you have the holes to tie into your book, and then I used the smaller one and made the tags. I do not like to drag out the cricket or the silhouette just for tags. Oops, I have those facing this way, and it looks fabulous. It just makes nice tags. You don't have to use a tag topper. You can actually cut these and then make different size tags. Oh, and the cardstock we use, and that's on the tutorial, is the Bo Bunny Vintage Dots. Oh, and I need to cover the back of that. I wonder how I missed it. Oh, well. So we have our little half page pocket. And then, again, this is the vintage dots. It matched great. And I left these two intact on this one tag from the cut aparts. And in the back, you can do a picture, left the journaling spot. So in the Deluxe Collector's Edition, you do get the journaling chipboards, sticker sheet, and 2 sheets of each paper because it's a re-release. So for the Waterfall, and I messed up my corner, so I will be keeping this book though. And there's a few spots that I noticed I forgot to do on another waterfall. Now all the waterfalls will lift off the page, and that gives you the whole page that way. Now this, okay, in our Mother Goose book, I had actually done a strip of this. All you do on this one is cut out, and it's the other side of, it's the other side of this paper. So I just hand cut those out, a strip of them, and all you do is as you're putting it down with your glue, you squish it together, glue, squish it together, hold it, glue, squish together. I use my hot glue gun. Squish it together, and there you have that type of a ruffly border. And it will flatten as your book closes, and it becomes a little more like a ruffly. And on this one, okay, part of it was I was supposed to go back and show a few of these things, and I didn't record it. I got working, and I got overzealous and excited, and I didn't do it. And I'm so sorry, but it was very simple. Just find the center of your mat here, and I punched it at 3 and then added the eyelet. I'm going to do this a little different where I have each one of these tied on. So all I'll have to do is tie it. I won't have to take it out every single time. So we have the flap. Oh, and the flowers are the 49 and Market. They're just the little ones. They're in the store. And like I said, it was getting really fat. So what I did is I cut the cut aparts. I ended up not matting them because this book, because of the embellishments, even with our larger spines, it was, our 1/2 inch, it was getting big. And I did cut a 3/8 of an inch strip to put in there to give it a really finished look. So in here, and I gave the size. This is the booklet. Left the back just black. It fits inside there. Now the only thing that is these flowers. They came out of a different package and they were left over, so I put them on here. And then also, I'm still cleaning up strings, and I hate that. I'll tell you, with my new hot glue gun, I can't even use the no mess glue sticks. It gets so hot that they become messy. I again took my ink, the Adobe House Color Philosophy, over the top of the ink of the beads to darken them a little bit. Okay, now this was our accordion pocket. And then in each one, I just alternated the different cardstocks we used from Bo Bunny, the vintage. And I matted each one with what I call it the chicken wire page. So you can cut down a 4x3 picture or 3x4 and put on each one, or if you're going to do recipes. And so here's what I did with this. So I left these kind of plain because this is really busy. And then I show how to make these again in the video. And I did, I know I put the paper on upside down, but I thought, you know, it's okay. I'm going to leave it. And these were the corners I did originally in my Mother Goose book about, oh my goodness, I think I've done that one now. It was 2 years ago, and it's been on YouTube. And they're really fun to make. Just pull them open. And here we have the waterfall. Like I said, this book ended up being really thick. And again, it lifts off the page, and there's our pocket. So I didn't mat these ones either, and they'll be just fine. Okay, we had that one change, remember. The waterfall was supposed to go here. I don't know what happened. Our spines ended up smaller than the Mother Goose. So we moved our waterfall so it sits halfway onto our pocket. it's a really cute little waterfall. Now this one is stationary. I won't lift that off. And this, again, is that book die. Absolutely love it, by Lori Whitlock. Like I said, they are in the store. You can use them for a book. My sister Scrapper actually did a couple of them. And it gives you a slight scoring. So all you have to do is take your scoring tool and push it back. And then that's the smaller mat. And there's that little booklet. So this is the little pocket we ended up doing. And I just had this corner of my stash. These were just left over. And our little tags that fit inside. So that is the walkthrough on our French country. And tonight, this is as this comes out. Also, I have the new one, Master Detective, loading, and those are some really awesome pages with some pop-out surprises. You're going to love it. So the pages are loading. It's going to take you probably a little while between these two tutorials, so we'll be keeping you really busy. And then I'll have the cover tutorial for it up in about a week. I really like this. Oh, how did I skip this one? I skipped this one. I remember. So here's that other one. No, I showed you that waterfall. I don't know how I didn't show you this page. Sorry. This is from the cover sheet. And this is from the cover sheet. And what I did is I just cut it. And I actually just cut this out of both of the cover sheets because I didn't use the cover sheets. It seems like everybody did from when it came out before. So I wanted something a little different on mine. And it just opens, place for pictures. Whoops, and that closes. And then you can also put one there. Don't know how I missed that one. But that is okay. Get that finished. So that is the completed. Oh, and here's, I love this blue. Just the old-fashioned wallpaper out of the Roosters. So I don't know. I really like this book. It was getting to be, I think, a lot. I could have added more because I just love the feel of this paper. And on this side, I kept the sides kind of simple. Those are just the chipboards. And kept them simple. So, wow, a project done. And I can't wait to see yours when you're finished. Now, we have a group called Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations on Facebook. Be sure to share. We love to see your finished projects. And I also do live free tutorials every Tuesday and every other Thursday on a group called Coffee Talk with Country Craft Creations. And actually, it's a public group, so you are welcome to pop on in, watch our free tutorials. They are kept in the files, and they're not usually on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube. They're just on Facebook. So thank you, everybody, for watching, and I hope you enjoy this project. Good night.